Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Football Manager The Basics. We are in the middle of a pre-season campaign with Fleetwood, and things haven't exactly been going to plan. Let me get up the full. I always click the wrong thing. Let's get the full fixtures. So we start with a 3-0 win against Rochdale. 2 goals from Musa and 1 from Jordan. Jordan, by the way, Stephen Jordan is now out on loan at Barnet, and we've saved a bit of money on his wages, so I'm quite pleased with that deal. We then lost 2-1 to Blackburn, with Jeff Hughes scoring our goal, and we drew 1-1 with AFC Flyde, which is really weird. And Karim Rossi, who's on trial with us at the moment, formerly of Stoke, I believe. Yes, good player. I'd say good player. Decent League One, could become a decent Championship. So, got good potential there. What have we got here? Right, here's our squad now. So, we have players like Frank Musa. We have loaned Suleiman Koulibaly from Spurs for the season. Remember, Spurs are our parent club, and it's very important. If you're in the Football League, especially Leagues 1 and 2, it is very, very important to have a parent club. Even if it's a club that you might not necessarily like in real life, because the players they can give you can make or break your season. Players like this, Kenneth McAvoy, who's now cover on the wings. And then we got Koulibaly, who I think is actually going to be one of our main strikers this season, because he has a really, really good future ahead of him, I'd say. He's got very, very good stats for a player of his age. He comes on loan from Spurs, and in past Football Manager games that I've played, he does become a big thing. So it's good to have him on board. We've also got Michael O'Connor, who can play all the way through the midfield. I might have mentioned him before, I can't remember. Goalkeeper, Ben Hamer, is now our first choice keeper for the season. And look at his stats. He has got very, very good stats. He is our number 1 keeper. We've also signed Jamal Blackman, who I believe used to be at Chelsea. Hamer used to be at Charlton, by the way. There you go. Charlton, Exeter, Reading, Brentford. Mainly Charlton is where he made his name, though. You can see he's made quite a few appearances for Charlton. In total, he has made 237 appearances, only kept 5 clean sheets. That should change. I think that's only because they haven't got these stats for his past. Yeah, you can see conceded as well. He only conceded 19 goals in 237 games. That would be a little bit excessive. So yeah, like I said, we also got Jamal Blackman. Again, pretty decent stats. He's our number 2 keeper. Formerly of Chelsea, and spent last season on loan at Stevenage, would you believe? In League 1, played 28 games, conceded 28 goals, 10 clean sheets. So he's got a good future ahead of him as well. Who else have we signed? Hurst, you already know about. Islamovic, you already know about. Sam Magri, on loan from QPR. Again, pretty decent stats. Got good potential ahead of him. So yeah, pleased to have him on board. And I think that is it. We've also got these 3 on trial, although I don't think we'll be signing any of them, because Paez I just don't think is good enough. And Rossi and Wabara, I imagine their wages will be through the roof, especially Wabara, because he's formerly of Manchester United, I believe. Oh no, Manchester City, sorry. Manchester City. There is a big difference there. So yeah, his wage demands will be a little too excessive for us. In terms of players who we've got on the way, Kevin Phillips, Thomas Aguirre, and Tim Payne. Now, Payne is the one I want to sign the most, because he's cover all through midfield and up front and on the wings. Phillips would be a cracking addition to the striking team, because even at the tender age of 40, he's still rated a really good striker, and in fact he is rated quite possibly our best striker, which is a little bit embarrassing, but there you go. Right, 4 minutes into this episode, and I'm finally going to get down to the nitty gritty. We have a match, and it's against Barrow. And I'm actually going to play our first team out there to see how well they gel as individuals. We're going to have Hamer in goal. Ooh. Here's a good point. Who is our best right back? I think McLaughlin still is our best right back. Left back, we've got a choice of Hughes or Giverin. I'm actually going to choose Giverin. I'm not going to choose Giverin because I've just seen his fatigue. Choose Hughes. And then centre-backs, Webster I'd like to try on the left-hand side, and Roberts on the right-hand side. I think that's going to be our back four for this season. Maybe swap out Hughes and put in Giverin. Now, defence midfield. Jody Morris is injured at the moment, so really it's a toss-up between O'Connor and Galifuoco. And I think O'Connor wins. Looking at his stats, he seems to win. So we'll pop him there. Whoops, that was me just kicking my laptop. Right midfield, I'm going to try Hurst. Left midfield, we're going to put Henderson. Attacking midfield, we're going to have Musa. That's not where I wanted him. Musa. And then the strikers. Well, I'd like to try out Koulibaly, but he's only on 86%. So I think Rossi, maybe. It's an interesting one, this. Yeah, I think Rossi. Let's try him on the left-hand side and see how he handles. Yeah, he's better in that role. And let's try Islamovic. No, I've just looked at his condition as well. Take him out. We have a big squad now. Might have to loan out some of these players. We have a very, very big squad. I suppose we could put McMenamin in. See how he gets on there. And then our bench is going to be Blackman, Magri, Wabara, Arnold, Galifuoco, Murdoch, Elliott, McAvoy, Blair. Who's Lazenby? I think he's in it. Yeah, academy graduate. Ball, Koulibaly, and Islamovic. Even if they don't come off the bench, they get valuable experience of sat on the bench. Let's play. Let's hope this match goes quickly now, otherwise this is going to be a long episode. It's really difficult when I plan these out, because really I just want to talk about signings, but then a 4-minute video once a week is nowhere near enough. And even if I do these twice a week, 4-minute videos just aren't enough. So I try and pad them out a little bit, and then they end up being too long. Alright, let's challenge them to win a place in the first 11. One of my main priorities during the closed season was goalkeepers. I wanted to strengthen in all areas of the pitch, but I knew that, David James isn't getting any younger. He's still a very good keeper on this game. He's just not quite first choice standard for me, so I needed to replace him. And as soon as I saw Hamer and Blackman available on free transfers, I knew I had to have them both. Hamer came in first. He was my priority because he's, I believe, the better of the two. And then Blackman coming in as cover. Having two first choice keepers like that is a very, very good asset to have. Manchester City have it currently. Chelsea have it currently. I suppose in some ways Arsenal are starting to have it as well with Ospina. It's definitely a scenario we want to be in. So if your first choice keeper gets injured, you've got a really, really good backup sat on the bench waiting. Right. 10 minutes gone in this game. Coming up to 11 minutes gone. And not a great deal happening. We've had 4 shots, 2 on target, and that's about it. Now, Musa is a player who I think is going to be really good for us. Normally, I line up 2 other players alongside him. Jesse Lingard and Tom Lawrence, both from Manchester United. Both cracking good players. Fantastically good players. Unfortunately, Lawrence is currently out of our price range, and Manchester United won't let us loan Lingard because they want him to play with higher quality players. Which is a bit of an insult to us, because you look at some of the players we've got. We have got a fantastic first team squad out there right now. Players like Jeff Hughes being played out of position at left back and still being one of the best players in the team. That tells you a story. That really does. There's McManaman, who's one of our worst rated strikers, and he's having shots like that in really good positions. We got Musa, we got Henderson, we got Hurst, Webster, who I believe is Premier League quality on this game. Championship at least. I'd say he's good enough for Championship. He also becomes my captain. Whenever I do test careers as Portsmouth, he becomes my captain. It gives you an idea as to how good he can be. He has picked up a booking in this match though, so I am tempted to sub him out. I'm going to bring Arnold on for McLaughlin in the second half to see how he gets on. Am I going to bring Ball on? I think I might. Bring Ball on for Rossi. And Elliott for Musa. Murdoch for O'Connor. Galifuoco for Webster. And might as well do Magri for Roberts as well. We'll leave Hurst out there for a little bit. Or will we? Do you know what? No, let's sub the whole team. So then we'll put Koulibaly in for McMenamin and Blackman in for Hamer. So the only player out there still is Hughes. And that's only because I haven't got a sub left back, which really should be a priority for me. But I haven't even thought about getting in another left back. You know, that's something that I've completely overlooked. I shall have to have a look at that in the next episode, if I don't between episodes, because that could be a crucial thing. Right, see again already, I really like the way the team move the ball around now. That's a fantastic ball to David Ball from Koulibaly. Really, really well placed, over the top. Broke the offside trap perfectly well. It's just a shame it didn't end up in a goal for us. Time's going really slowly in this match now. I'm hoping me saying that will make it speed up a little bit. Coming up to 65 minutes. I'm just disappointed that we haven't scored. We've had 18 shots, 7 on target. And now we find ourselves 1-0 down. Oh dear. That's not good. Why we have someone on the edge of the box like that, I don't know. Normally I ask everybody to come back apart from the two wingers. Yeah, we have a bit of work on to save this game now. Tiny bit of work. Let's hope we can at least equalise. Even if we don't win. Just equalise. Spare our blushes a little bit in that respect. Right, Blair on the ball. Into Koulibaly. 2-ball. Elliott. Through the gap to Koulibaly. Good first touch. Couldn't get the shot away properly. And that's what costs us at the end of the day. We need a better attacking coach, I think. That's something that I would like Football Manager to bring in. You see at the moment, like West Ham have brought in Teddy Sheringham as a striker coach, an attacking coach. I think we need that more detail in the coaching team. So rather than just having a coach, have a defensive coach, have an attacking coach. Make it specific. And then you've got the attacking traits and the defensive traits, and they actually get applied more consistently. So instead of having just a coach who does both, have an attacking coach who does attacking only, and then a defensive coach who does defensive only. And okay, you need an extra coach on your team, and it might cost a bit extra money, but I think the overall result will actually be better. Now, I'm not very happy with that performance, so I'm going to let them know that. And then we're going to go back into the score screen here, and then I'm going to end this episode, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Next episode will be the first match of the season, and until then, I will see you soon.